A clever Sims 4 player has designed a beautiful library with an intricate fairy tale-inspired roof. The Sims 4 has an incredibly active creative community, and designing unique lots, whether they're complete originals or Sims builds inspired by pop culture, as with this Sims 4 Stranger Things house build, is a popular activity for many players. After they're created, players can share their builds with others online using the Sims 4 Gallery, where players can download lots and Sims into their own game. Although The Sims 4 is a life simulation game, for some players construction and interior design are elements of gameplay that are just as important, if not more so. Players have many different tools at their disposal when it comes to building, with the game's build and buy mode offering things like terrain control, roofing, and a myriad of wall and floor coverings, and the recent addition of curved walls to The Sims 4 has expanded these options even further. Item choices are bountiful as well, with hundreds of pieces offered to players, and even more that can be made available with a cheat that shows debug items, which are items used by developers in their own builds. Sims 4 player Simsilasimrise shared an incredible library build on Twitter recently, which perfectly captures a slew of different fairy tales atop its roof. The design has an expertly designed roof that's shaped like a storybook, which houses references to tales like Beauty and the Beast with a rose under a glass dome, a pumpkin carriage that represents Cinderella, and Snow White makes an appearance alongside the story's dwarves, although technically in-game they're considered gnomes. The intricate design must have taken hours to complete with the roof design tool, even including the appearance of individual book pages. This Sims 4 fan creation took lots of hours to finish in The Sims 4. Creating complex architecture is never an easy task, particularly when it comes to anything involving roofing. The game's roofing tool, although improved in many ways from previous titles, is no cakewalk to use. It's extremely fickle, and hammering down smaller details into a roof, like the individual pages in this build, takes an extreme amount of skill and patience. Outside of the roofing itself, all the small details including atop it are incredibly impressive as well. The combination of terrain items and objects that harken to different fairy tales come together to create the ideal library for any town. Although this player's library is hardly the first impressive fairy tale Sims 4 build, the creative use of roofing and the extreme level of detail included make it truly stand out. A lot of builds in The Sims 4 shared online are home builds instead of public lots, so the fact that this is a library that players can have entire worlds utilize versus just one family is a welcome change. This incredible literary paradise is the latest example of the extreme creativity in The Sims 4's player base, and is sure to improve any neighborhood it's placed in. Source: Simsilasimrise, Twitter.
My heart returns to you, dinner, you